Buses, your local bus company serving your football team. Buses run every 10 minutes. Avoid the traffic. Don't get stuck in the delay. Get Ipswich buses today. A single from only £1.20, a return from only £2. Find out more information at www.ipswichbuses.co.uk. Ipswich Buses, proud to partner with Talking Town. Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends. It's 1:53 on Saturday, which means, of course, it's match day. And here is your match day ticket. I am your host, the Gov, and I'm brought to you in association with Ipswich Buses. Go contactless on all routes. Looking forward to today. Can we get ourselves back on track and close the gap on the playoff push? Come 5 o'clock on the full-time fans react show. Let's hope we are all that bit closer to the playoff places and where we all want to be going. We've got a lovely, busy chat, which I absolutely love to see. Let me know how you're feeling ahead of today's game. Who do you expect to play? Who would you like to play? Score predictions, all of that, whatever you're feeling about your football team, let me know. Before we do go any further, though, very quickly, we do, of course, have our free prediction league in play. Week number 26, would you believe? Morecambe versus Ipswich, Colchester versus Oldham, and Oxford versus Cambridge. And if you haven't yet put the result in for the last one, it is now officially too late. I've already closed that one and counted up who got the correct answers. But you still got 9 points to play for. And 9 points, if you were new to it, would put you still on the first page. You got all three right, So plenty to play for, plenty to get involved in. It's a live, not live, it's free prediction league. Doesn't cost you a penny to enter. 60 seconds, 3 predictions. Get on it. And a huge congratulations to how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people correctly predicted Southampton would beat Norwich 2-0. Perhaps the biggest climber of the weekend has been Matt Phillips, but we'll get into that on tomorrow's Talking Town. I think he's now on the first page, would you believe? Shock, horror. 5-2. Who do you want in today's team? While you let me know, I will bring in our contributor for today. He is well known. In fact, he's been on a very, very popular video this week, albeit in the background, watching and listening. But you may know his name. Stop me again? If only you'd stopped Colin again.
Well, once the goat was away, like I said, quote the goat, never more to pick it.
Never more. I do like that. That's quite a nice little one. Quote the goat, never more. We have got Sarah in the chat. YouTube member Jeremy Lowe, Norman Greenwald. The goat is here. Robert Burnett. Lots of people in the chat. George Huggins gone for a 2-0 win. JD and Norwood. Lee's gone afternoon. Gov, big game is 3 points needed. Hello, Gov. JD to score. I promised him my friend if he scores this season, I'll get a tattoo of him on me first. Wow, George, that's huge. If he scores, I don't know if you're going to be happy or a bit nervous. Have you got any tattoos, Coxie?
I have, yes.
Have you really?
Yes, I have.
I won't ask where, but I faint at the dentist. I'm not great with needles, so
okay.
An actual tattoo.
It's a different sort of pain from a dentist, I'll just tell you.
Yeah, I just don't want to find out, if I'm honest. Zed Twist want to see if Piggott and Jackson up top or Chapman and Jackson to score. We are, of course, minutes away from the team news. Coxie, talk me through who you want to see in the lineup today at 2 p.m.
Well, going by the show last night and some of the lineups there, I think this is as much as I can't remember if it was Cruncher or Matt Phillips's lineup. I think this is the game for Norwood today. This is the sort of pitch he's used to and sort of teams he's used to playing against. He's the one I really would like to see in today.
Okay.
If he's not injured, but
no. Okay. So
good afternoon, Colin. Yeah.
What, on his own or in a partnership? How do you envisage that?
Ideally in a partnership. I think if it was to go with a partner, I'd like to see the one he's more familiar with, which is Caden Jackson.
So you'd like to see Norwood and Jackson up top with 2 minutes to the team news coming out. Are you playing Aluko behind, Selena and Chaplin? Build the team for me. I imagine the back sort of five set themselves. Is it Thompson at left back? Lewis had Matt Penny in yesterday's show. KVY came on midweek. Is it Thompson, KVY, or Penny for you at that left back position today?
My personal choice. He didn't have the best game the other night. There was a point when he actually slipped over, and I actually said to Colin, I said, "Well, this is going to be the goal for Cheltenham," because about lucky enough, they managed to defend and got it away. I think I'd like to probably stick with Thompson, but I've got a funny feeling that since KVY made that cameo appearance the other night, I think he's going to be back in today.
Okay.
Yeah.
YouTube member Mike D says Thompson most solid, Coxie, especially away from home.
Yeah, agree with that, Mike D.
Yeah. I wouldn't be upset with KVY playing left back if it is KVY in 60 seconds time. Who's in midfield with Morsey? Is it Backinson? Is it Carroll again?
Oh, definitely. No, I think Carroll's too lightweight for League One for me. Backinson is probably the better option. Okay. I did actually forget about Paul Elmes the other night. So I think to King Kelly mentioned him, but he might be a good option there. But it's probably going to be Backinson, I should think.
Okay, very quickly. Who plays ahead of those two? Is it Selena, Chaplin, or Aluko? Very quickly, because the team is out in just any second now.
For me, I'm hoping it's going to be Aluko, and then I made me point about big game Bersant there.
Tell us why. Tell us why you want Aluko.
I think he's just more of a complete a player than. Okay. Well, when we were hoping to get Selena or someone, we thought he was going to be our big game player to sort of push us over the line in games, but it's a bit tight. But he hasn't done that. Well, he might have done it the other night, and that's what was the trigger for my mate Colin to.
It is
go on
2 p.m. Your
over.
Team today, Coxie, is Christian Walton, Janoy Danasian, Wolfenden, Edmondson, Burns, Morsey, Backinson is with Morsey, Thompson, Aluko, Norwood, and Macaulay Bonne. That is your lineup for today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just share the screen with you so you can see that. So you can see that I'm not telling tall tales. Here is your lineup for today. As I said on the screen, Walton, Danasian, Wolfenden, Edmondson, Burns, Morsey, Tyreek Backinson comes in, Dominic Thompson, Sonny Aluko, James Norwood, and Macaulay Bonne. So, first piece of talking news, I guess, Coxie, is Norwood up front as you wanted, but not with Jackson. It's with Macaulay Bonne. What can those two bring to the party today, Coxie?
Well, some of our brethren on the Talking Town likes to call them the Basham brothers.
As did McKenna. He called them Basham brothers, I believe, as well.
Okay, so perhaps they in Kieran we trust, so perhaps he has gone for them too for that particular reason. He's thinking a bit of a physical game against Morecambe today, and he needs them to, steamrollers up front, perhaps.
Yeah, obviously they were architects for our second goal at home to Morecambe on opening day. Long ball from Haladki, flicked on by Norwood, finished coolly by Macaulay Bonne. So again, maybe there's a little bit of thinking in that, in the sense of they caused issues for the 5, 10, 15 minutes they were together. Mike D, Bench brothers become the Bash brothers again. Jeremy says Bonne is back. Mike D, everyone's allowed an opinion. Absolutely, that's the whole point of the show. And football is to have an opinion. Not everyone is right, not everyone is wrong. Norwood and Bonne. What can they bring to the party? Norwood, obviously, a physical player. You said it could be his sort of game. Why could today, particularly today away at Morecambe, be the type of game you feel Norwood can really excel? What about his strengths do you feel?
Well, I think it's as I already said, it's sort of with all due respect to Morecambe, they were they just come up from League One, League Two, beg pardon.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's sort of the ground and the pitch and some of the players. He sort of what he's used to, what he made it, what actually got him is moved to our beloved tractor boys, really. So getting there.
Okay.
Kick
And
a few
Bon,
people.
1 goal
Bon.
in 19 from
Yeah.
Macaulay Bon. Has that been, because he's also, like, I think he was, last time we looked, about 7, 8, 9, 10 days ago, he was 3rd in big chances missed. So he's getting himself into position, Coxey, but missing the opportunity. Is it a case of form is temporary, class is permanent, and he'll come good eventually, and maybe he'll come good just at the right time again when we need him to, the business end of the season? Is it a case of he's struggled up top on his own a lot of times? Why has Bond stopped scoring goals for you? What about the play?
Well, that's the $64,000 question, really. And none of us, if we knew the answer to that, we would have put it right. Perhaps it's sort of, there's rumours that there's been a bit, football players are human beings. We do forget that sometimes, and perhaps there's something going on, in his private life we do not know about. So perhaps that's affected him. But he went through. He was, he couldn't. Every time he touched the ball for us, he stuck a goal in for us earlier. And it is, as Colin just said in there, confidence is sort of seemed to be drowned away. You saw that he took a shot on the volley the other night, and in a bit more composure, he might have got it on target, and we might have relieved our frustrations and actually scored a goal the other night. But he sort of snatched at it and sort of shanked it right to the left of the goal.
He did. I'm just trying to find the stat for the big chance miss, because when you have a player that's getting in the opportunities, albeit not he's 3rd with 14 big chances missed. Macaulay Bon. I'll just show you on the screen in just a second. First is Ross Stewart with 19 big chances missed, scored 20 goals this year. Matt Taylor's got 16 for Oxford, 16 chances missed. Bond's got 12, 14 missed. So when you see a stat like that, Coxey, where he is 3rd in the whole division out of big chances missed, is it a simple case really of the fact that the player is getting in the exact position you want him to be getting into? He just isn't converting, and that will happen. That will come. Every striker goes through a rich phase of form and a dry period. Could it be, as long as he keeps getting himself in those positions to miss, that at some point he will become the player he was at the start of the season, and just at the right time, the business end of the season? Because are you encouraged by seeing him 3rd in that stat?
I have to say, yes, I am, because you just said it beautifully there. He obviously is getting in the right positions. He is, getting on chances. It's just the final product. So, that is good. Every time there's a team who hasn't scored in however many games, they always said, if you are making chances, don't worry. It's when you are not making chances.
Absolutely.
And we have seen that with our beloved Tractor Boys before, hence why we're in this god awful league. Yeah,
absolutely. You've got to be in the right place. You've got to be there to score it in the first place. So if you're there to miss it, you're doing what I would argue is half the battle. Now I have been a manager in the past, but I'm not a manager now. But for me, if I had a player who was in that stat, I'd be saying, okay, that's good, because when you look through it, Coxey, the next Ipswich Town player in the whole division is number 43, Connor Chaplin, 7 goals, 4 big chances missed. So you can look at that one of two ways. You can interpret it as he's wasteful, or you can interpret it as his movement must be so good that he's always in the right place at the right time. It's just a little bit of luck that maybe he's missing.
Yeah, it does. Just maybe a bit of luck, maybe a bit more composure, and just probably take. It could hopefully come good today. If he bags a couple of goals, we could hopefully, like you said, away we go again, and then come into form just as when we need them we're now sort of not quite on the final stretch, but we're now starting to come around the bend on the running, aren't we? So
absolutely,
it'd be a great time for him to hopefully get back on the scoring trail today, and
absolutely
confidence again, bless him.
Confidence, says Gov. Norman Greenwald, Bond will get his scoring boots today to the rest and should be fresh. Mike D, arguably our best away performance under McKenna with those 3 up top. Kerry, welcome in, Kerry. Just want whoever pulls on a Town shirt to give it their all, leave everything on the pitch. Totally agree, Kerry. Tommy Brooks, come on, you Blue Boys. I hope I'm wrong, but at 1-1 today. Craig at Portsmouth, come on, Aluko. Haven't seen what I was doing. You please show it today and win us the game. Jeremy, at least he got more touches than Lukaku in 90 minutes. Hey, Big Duncan, thank you so much. Thank you. Honestly, appreciate that. Truly do.
Top
YouTube
man,
member Duncan Pharaoh dropping the short change.
Hail the Pharaoh.
Yes.
And as rich as he showers upon us.
Yes, the power of the Pharaoh. Zed Twist. It's not even about seeing Aluko score what he does with the ball and starts attack. That can lead to goals. Yeah, on to Aluko, player that splits opinion. If we look at big chances created, might surprise many. It does surprise me that Bertrand Salina is 8th in League One with 10 big chances created. Aluko, I will try and find in the list, but is it right or wrong to go with Aluko over Bertrand Salina, Coxie? Are you encouraged or a little bit? You know what, Salina, for all the chatter, is a big chance creator, and we're going to miss him today, particularly away from home.
No, I was advocating before that to put Aluko in ahead of big game Bertrand there. You know, yeah, I think you got to remember that this guy has been a £7 million player.
Yeah,
you don't get that sort of price tag by doing jack all. He has done it in the past. Yes, he has come into the twilight of his career, but he's done so well for us. And if you consider his first game he played for us was Carling Cup or Carabao Cup game, and he was god awful. And then he dropped out that void, came back in, and was sensational, really, for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what do you expect from Sonny Aluko today?
I expect him be just behind our front two, sticking through, but sticking balls through the Ivor needle straight onto Macaulay Bond's foot today.
Yeah. Okay. Is it a case of he's in the team today because of his ball retention skills? He's incredible at keeping the ball possession and ball recycling from Sonny is probably one of the best I've seen in the whole squad. Is that why you think away from home particularly he's in, just to keep that ball and allow us the chance to build attacks?
Yeah, I think that's exactly why he's in the field. I think McKenna's hoping him to do exactly that. Get the ball, keep the ball, and then give the ball whenever it's needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ticking.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm quite intrigued to see what he can bring to the party today, Sonny Aluko. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, you got Salina and Chaplin, two people missing out. But like I say, Aluko ball retention skills are just incredible. The best. Would you agree with he's the best? It's the best ball retention we've got in the whole squad.
Yeah,
and if not, who's better?
Yeah, I think he's just ahead. No, he shows his experience of keeping the ball. Yeah, he's got a wealth of experience of that, and he's absolutely nailing it. Well, not nailing it. He's slightly better than what we have got. The others bring different bits to the party, but yeah, I think he is probably the best in our squad. Yeah.
Okay, we've got Zed Twist. It's not even about seeing Aluko score, he does the ball. So I've read that one already. I do apologise. Mike D. We need to be creating more chances than Tuesday to win today. It's our biggest Achilles heel. No penetration. Louis, Pickup must wonder what he's got to do to get run of games. Zed Twist, at least about giving all three cams playing time, so only sit on the bench, making their confidence dropping because they aren't playing. Norman, Luke has a tendency to hold on the ball too long. It's why he's not creating much. Craig at Portsmouth, they're both attacking midfielders and not defensive, so must ultimately create or score goals. Roy Clark, chances being created might be but not taken. That's the problem. Yeah, it's a little bit of both, to be honest. Backinson hasn't been in the squad team, rather, last couple of games. Comes back into it today. Tom Carroll. Some said he played well midweek. Some said he didn't play well. Is he unfortunate to hold on to the place, or is it right that Backinson's coming in today, Coxie?
Yeah, I think Kieran's made the analysis sort of before the Lord Mayor's parade here, but yeah, I think he's. My own opinion is he's made the right decision of sticking him back in. Carroll did play better the other night than what he did previously when he was sort of. He still seems not physical enough for League One. Now, you stick him in the Championship, it might be a different ball game, but now you have got to mix it up more in League One.
Do you think one of our biggest issues is, according to this stat chart, our third highest big chance creator is still Scott Fraser.
Who's now at Charlton?
And hasn't played for Town because he was injured when McKenna took charge. So the last time he played for Town, I'm going to go on a limb and say probably late November.
Yeah.
Is that really a big issue? That's going to be a huge issue for our football club, isn't it? That in this chat, in this stat chart that I've got here, Scott Fraser is still third as a big chance creator.
That stat probably says it all, as why we're, not quite in the playoffs. We're just on the cusp of the playoffs. Yeah, because a player who hasn't played, they said probably hasn't played for us since November, is there. The guys who are still around, who are in more regularly, are not ahead of him. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm just trying to find Sonny Aluko, you see, and you've got Janoy Donatian and Sam Morsey ahead of Sonny Aluko in the big chances created.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't ask you enough questions here while trying to find him, which, I just think we've got to... it's hard to work out why we aren't scoring as many goals as we were. Is it the chances created? Is it the chances missed? I think it's a little bit of both. I don't think either department are helping either out. Do you?
Perhaps it is the link we are missing to, or the piece we're missing to our puzzle. We still need that creative midfielder in there. We've got the ball winners, the spoilers, the strikers, but we haven't got that enough creativity in there.
I agree. Norman, could it be the way you play? We don't play long balls into the box or pepper the box like a lot of teams in the league. Yeah, absolutely. What the highest possession stat now, even ahead of MK Dons, Coxie, I believe.
Well, we are. Yeah. So we since McKenna coming, you can see that we are so much. We keep hold of the ball more. Players seem to be more comfortable. Well, you presume they are instructed by McKenna to keep hold of the ball and before. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, I think he said in the interview, didn't he, when he did what we did with Archant, that it would be we will dominate most, if not all, of our games. So you dominate a game, Coxie, by keeping the ball, quite simply, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. If you've got the ball, the other team hasn't. So yeah,
absolutely. Right, let's have a look at some who we're playing. So obviously we're playing Morecambe. Second in the League One scoring chart is, of course, Cole Stockton at Morecambe. 18 goals. Coxie, we are 14 minutes away from a club record clean sheets. Are we going to get it today? Can we get past the 14th minute mark with a clean sheet?
Yeah, why not? I mean, our defence has been absolutely magnificent today, but this has been one of their bigger tests. They are up against the top scorer in the league today.
Second now.
Second now. Okay.
Yeah, by 2 goals.
Okay, so the second top scorer in the league, but he's been consistent throughout the season so far. This is with the start what Macaulay Bond had. We were hoping he would be probably 1 or 2 by now, but sadly not. But this is them to grab hold of it today, keep hold of him, keep him chances away from him, and get that record. Well, it'd be great if they could get. It'd be great if they could get that record and actually get to the full 90 minutes 0-0 again.
Well, nil on the right end, but a goal or 2 in the other column.
Not
0-0. They line up Carson, Leah, O'Connor, Diagaraga plays, Stockton plays, Inugu, McCaughlin, ex-boy Shane McCaughlin, Fane and Bennett. They haven't got Adam Phillips in their lineup. He's on the bench. He is their most assisted player according to League One's top assists. Adam Phillips has 5. He hasn't played today, so that's got to be a slight good thing for us, isn't it? They're the player the most assists for their team. But I'd imagine with a striker who scored 18, they share it around. By the look of it.
Yeah, so perhaps if he's a supply line to Stockton, the supply line's not there at the moment. He might come on later on, you would presume he would. So it might be a bit more tastier as when he comes on later on.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's look at the league table very quickly, see where we're at, remind ourselves where we could be come 5 o'clock. We are currently in 9th, 52. Sunderland in 6th, 56. Played the exact number of games we have. Oxford on 30 on fourth on 59. So win today, Coxie, goes you to 55.
Yep.
Need results obviously to go our way, but we could go within a point of the playoffs. And suddenly, if that was to happen, Tuesday's frustration nightmare is very much in the rearview mirror, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. You're only as good as your next game, and our next game is today. So yeah, it could be. No, we have to ultimately, as you said, we have to do our bit by winning first, and then look at others' results. But yeah. First and foremost, just get our job done, and then get the Prem out and hope others.
Absolutely, yeah. Wigan play Sunderland, so you'd expect, hopefully, touch wood, a bit of a home win on that one. So Sunderland could lose today. Oxford play Cambridge. Hopefully, Cambridge come through. Cambridge have been in a tidy bit of form, and Accrington Stanley is no easy place to go, Coxie, for Wickham, who are in a bit free fall. So we have to take care of our own business. You're absolutely right. And today could be, as Tuesday was, could be really important in doing so, because it could be another opportunity for the football club to close that gap.
Yeah, we need to do our bit, and we need to close the gap. But if you reflect, it wasn't so long ago we were 9 points behind, and now we're there. So we are closer. But as they used to say I think it's good old JI used to say in wrestling, it's close early counts and horseshoes and hand grenades.
Brilliant. Rax Max, hopefully Town be ruthless today. It's down to the strikers, and please score from a frigging corner.
At least I think it was Jim Ross anyway. It might have been something else.
I just wanted to score full stop, Max. A corner would be nice, but just goals in general would be the one. Norman asked, do you think Morecambe will park the bus today? Coxie, do you expect them to come and try and replicate the Cheltenham game plan? I think being at home, new manager, returning sort of hero, if you like. I think it'd be tempted to maybe go for a little bit of glory.
Yeah. I can't see them doing the bus even against us. Like you said, at home today, manager returned, whatever he's done. Yeah. No, they've got to go for, and that might play into our hands.
It could well do. It could well play.
Opens them up a bit more. Yeah.
Colin wants Fridge or Wolverhampton to score today. Absolutely, why not? Lewis says,
get them set pieces. So we for years we've been crap at our set pieces.
We really have.
Oh God,
we have. It's just true.
Call us free kicks. Don't take advantage of them.
No, we don't. Not for the quality that we've got in our.
Absolutely,
Both in terms of height, but also in terms of people you'd expect to be good from a dead ball.
Yeah,
you should on paper have the ability. We've got Lewis, decent lineup in my opinion. Aluko to slip balls through to the Bash brothers. Colin, be good, but we have played most of our history in the top two leagues, though. We have, Mark, but we're not there at the moment. Could it be because we keep the ball so we don't create as many chances? It absolutely could, Mark. Yeah, but chances create goals, and goals create points, and points create prizes. It's a little bit of a knock-on effect, Coxie. It's nice to have the ball, but really, it's how many goals you stick in the net that counts.
What was in the net? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Let's have some bold predictions before we wrap up the show. What do we want to think? What's the score going to be today, then, guys and girls at home? Coxie, what do you think the bold prediction from yourself is going to be? And don't say 2-1. You always say 2-1.
No, I'm not going to say 2-1, but I'm not exactly going to be, 250. I think there's going to be a 1-0 win to us today.
A 1-0 win?
A 1-0 win.
I would take it. It would be a new club record clean sheet, and it'd be 3 vital points in the right direction.
And that also be 3 points to me in the prediction league. I think that's what I put.
Well, there you go. It certainly would. Yeah, in other sports, as American football, once they cross the 14-minute mark, the game would stop, and you'd get a round of applause for having a record. Obviously, that won't happen in football, but I hope we can do it. It will, it's one of those things.
Yeah, you started going on about American football, you lose me. I can't work that game out.
Well, it's one of those. I'm thinking about the club record. It's one of those things. It's great to beat a club record, but then you have to remember when. I haven't looked at the club record. Where was it set? When was it set? Was it set in a higher division? Because if you're at this level, there aren't too many teams that should hurt you, is there? There shouldn't be.
No, definitely not. No, but they're finding a way most weeks. Well, until recently.
That's true. That's true. Rax Max 3-0 Town today. Good feeling. 1-0 from Z Twist. 3-0 from Norman. 4-2 from Mike D. Oh, 2-4. What a game that would be, Mike. Robert 2-4. What a shame we didn't listen on the radio, Coxie, eh?
Yeah, that'd be a shame. That would sound even better on the radio. Even your mate Brenner couldn't dampen that one, could he?
My mate Brenner. Love Brenner. Robert don't forget, not just Brenner today, is it? It's old Alex Matthew.
Oh, shit. Oh, right, yeah. He did get a win last time. Was the last time he done it was Doncaster?
I think Alex Matthew's great, and he deserves so much respect from us. So much respect.
Absolutely, yeah.
Being a great player when he wore the blue and white.
Hat-trick
destroying Norwich in Demolition Derby. Great guy, and he's still finding his feet. I think as a commentator, I think he's still developing and growing. I think he's really starting to get into his groove now. I really do.
Oh, bloody hell, Governor! How long has he been a co-commentator now? many years.
Well, it takes some people minutes. It takes other people a bit longer. 6-0 says Jeremy. I love what he's been having.
That is optimistic.
Mike can't face Suffolk. He's going to go home comms. Kerry says 2-1. Absolutely love that. And Robert McSweeney says 2-0. Well, we'll be back at full time for the full-time fans react show where we, as we do on every single fans react show, we give the power over to you to have your say in your words, unfiltered. It's a live mic, as we found out over the course of the show. As recently as Tuesday, we of course found that out. And it's an unfiltered opportunity to have your say in your football club. However you see the game, however you viewed it, positively, frustrated, negative, whatever the case may be.
Come on, folks, and I will not swear at you.
No, he may swear at you, but he may swear in general. He can't promise either way.
I can't guarantee that much. Yeah.
Colin, Viljon, hat-trick away versus Norwich in a 3-4 win on his debut. Colin Viljon, there you go. That says it all. Don't forget our prediction league, and you can also support us through Ko-Fi. Everything gets back into the making better content. Links now in the chat. But until full time, we are, well, we're not the Bash brothers, but we are the good-looking brothers. That's Coxie. I'm the Gov, and we'll see you all on the other side with 3 values.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without